Hey everyone, it's time for your favorite time of the year, favorite time of the week. It is time for the Windsor Real Estate Update. Sorry that I haven't been doing many of those, but see the prior video to catch you all up on all of this. So this is for the weekend of December 9th, 2023. You can see there's a lot of orange. So the very first thing that you should be noticing, all of the orange are the houses that sold under their asking price. And there were 27 of them. We sold 53 houses for the week, which is a good solid number, 53 houses for the week. So when people say, oh, the market's slowing down or whatever, that's not truthful. My hand is shaking, yes. It's just a little bit of a thing going on, but nothing serious. I got a doctor's appointment next week, or actually later this week. We just had our blood draw this morning. Let's talk about a couple of different things. I'm just getting old. It's really the only thing, hopefully. So we listed $27,283,500 for the houses on the week. We sold $27,656,000 houses on the week. It is interesting because if we look at who's selling what, Deerbrook, of course, because they've been recruiting so heavily, they're doing more volume, which is interesting. Chris Gerard sold a house. It's good. Very family-friendly firm out there. He focuses more on Bellriver. eXp Realty, kind of like where we're going to with Real. There's some amazing news out of Real. Real just took 4 teams out of Kansas City, 4 of the largest producing teams in Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas, and Missouri, and they all came over. All 4 different teams came over all at the same time, all coordinated. Real now has a massive percentage share of the Kansas City real estate market. That was new news today. Jump, you see them coming in here a little bit, 3. That's better for Jump. They have a lot of costs. I don't know how they do it because they're not making very much money by only selling 3 houses a week. I worry about the stress of running that business. Keller Williams, LC Platinum, Maggie's chain here. So they're doing some good things. And Maggie, of course, is the president of the Real Estate Association here now as well, too. Manor, which is interesting because Manor might be up for sale. Coming back on the lists here. O'Brien Shores, pretty rare for them to be on the list, but they're on the list there, too. Pinnacle, just one listing. 1 sale for $385,000. Not a whole lot of money going on around there. Capital Diamond, a little bit. Care Realty, Goran's firm, just 1 sale. With all that advertising he's doing, that's brutal. That's exceptionally brutal. That's really tough, brutal. Preferred, not very many, going downhill. Realty One Group, Iconic, that's a new firm here in town. 1 sale. Remo Valente, of course, Rensen, and then Royal LePage rounds out the list. But what's interesting then is Manor and Deerbrook, 2 local firms, are in the running for each other for the number of sales for the week. And that helps them stay in existence and fund their things, so that's all good. Average asking price for the week was $514,783. So again, over $500,000 is the average selling price or average asking price for a house in the city of Windsor. And average sale price was $521,000. $521,000 is very consistent historically, week over week over week over week over week for the last year. So there's absolutely nothing going on weird in the Windsor market. Now, we did have a couple of $1 million houses sold. We had $3 million houses sell for the week. Again, so there's nothing odd or weird going on in the market. These might be battery plant people. Who knows? But it's good to see $3 million plus houses sell for the week. And that also skews this number down here, which is what you're seeing. Now, if we take these 2 numbers, what's the average? There were 27 under, but the average over was $7,000. Just $7,000 was the average overprice, so overbid. So you go into a house that's super, super nice, and you ask your realtor, how much should I pay for this house? Somewhere around $7,000 to $10,000 might win that one, which has come down considerably, makes it a little bit easier as a buyer. Now with the new rules as well, too, you can always be a self-represented individual. I'll shoot a video about that as well, too. There's some pluses and minuses to it, but we'll get there at some point in time. This is just our weekly update. Now, when we think about the houses that sold and the commission structures that they sold under, Again, unfortunately, Windsorites are being stupid and making some stupid decisions around commissions. And I'll win this battle at some point in time. I'm winning it a little bit, but you'll see here. So for the week, of the 53 houses that sold, 29 of them sold at just a 2% sell side commission. So to the competing realtor, they paid 2%. And those houses underperformed tremendously. If you ever learn anything by watching my videos, if you're a home seller, please, please, please cut the listing realtor's commission, but pay more to the selling realtor. You will do better from a pricing point perspective, and we're going to dive into this, and you're going to be able to rewatch this and rewatch this and rewatch this to learn it inside and out. You need to know this stuff. It's silly what people are doing with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single week here in the city of Windsor, and we need to stop it. We need to keep the money working for us in our community. So 29 people decided to list at 2.0. Of those that sold under, of the orange ones, 16 of them were 2.0s. That was 55% of the underperformance were the 2.0s. Does that tell you enough right away to say, don't ever do this? I'm for sure, if I list at 2.0, I'm for sure going to underperform. We want to overperform when we sell our house, not underperform it. It's not about the realtor that you choose. It's about your pricing point. It's about your what you're paying the competing. It's about game theory. Game theory is a very, very common thing. It's business class 101. We don't teach any financial literacy any longer in Canada, but this is game theory right away. 101 game theory. Business class 101. So 2.25%, there were 4. Hey, we're getting a little bit better. 3 of them underperformed. Only 1 was over for a 75% failure rate. Week over week, it changes, it varies. This is one of those that flops all around. And then 20 people, only 20 people, notice this number is going down and down and down. Only 20 people decided to list at 2.5, and there were only 8 underperformers, which was only 40% underperformed, 60% overperformed. So if you're thinking about overperforming when you sell your house, then you would definitely want to choose a 2.5% commission, just looking at it a little bit different way. Now, as we go through the rest of the data sets for this video, we're going to move over here. This is a little bit bigger print for those old folks like me. So again, I broke down the commission structures and how they performed and underperformed using the same similar mathematical model that I use week over week over week over week over week. If there's anything about math, if you're consistent in its application, you don't change it, it will always give you good data sets that you can disseminate with your human brain to be able to give you some walking points. Here are our walking points. So back to those folks that listed at 2.0% commission. Okay. They underperformed by negative 12.06% on average, divided by 29. So on average, they only got about 4.15% of the overbid. The overbid for the week was 7%. So these folks got 4.5% less than $7,000 over. All right? So they did far worse. The 2.25ers, they were 5.887 divided by 4. They actually did better than the people listing at 2.0. They only were negative 1.476% under the $7,000 overbid. So they actually did better than the folks listed at 2.0. That's why they're choosing 2.25. 2.5ers was massive. Again, game theory here. 2.25, 3278 divided by 20 was plus 16.39% over the $7,000. So on average, a person that decided to list their house at 2.5% got 16.39% over $7,000 more for their house. These folks got less for their house. These folks got more for their house. The difference was about $8,000 between the two. What are you doing, folks? Do not list at 2% for the competing realtor. Always list at 2.5 because the commission change, you're going to make up for it in your return on your house. Mathematically, it's proven week after week after week after week after week. That's why I'm on this high hog. Trying to help you. I don't care who you list with. But pay the competing realtor 2.5. You're going to do better, far better economically. I mean, think about it. 30 people made $7,000 less. 30 by 7,000 is $210,000 for the week. That's a hell of a lot of money. What are you thinking? So looking at it one more way, 2.0, 2.25, 2.5, negative 21,655, negative 7,000, and positive 85,000. This is some new funky math that I was playing around with. And I don't know that I'm going to do it next week because it's hard to understand this, but you can kind of see it in different terms. 85,000 is better than negative 21,000, isn't it? So at the end of the day, listed 2.5, you'll do better. It's just another way to be able to show it to your brain. Because everybody sits there and says, oh, I want to pay the cheapest possible thing. Well, yeah, you're going to underperform that. It's like when you crash your car. If you have the cheapest possible auto insurance, you're going to get a very, very small check. If you have really good auto insurance and you crash your car, you're going to get a really big check. Which would you prefer, a little check or a big check? That's up to you. And apparently, 29 people say, oh, a little check's fine for me. Woe is me. I suck at everything anyway, so just give me a small check. It's okay. I don't get the mentality. I don't understand. Your house is your number one financial asset you'll ever have in your life, and you keep choosing to sell your house at 2% commission, which just shoots you in the foot mathematically and it's getting late. Mathematically and financially. It's the silliest of things. Yeah, you're going to pay 0.5% more commission, but who cares? Because you're going to get thousands of dollars more than that in return. So if there's anything about these videos that any realtor that's watching these videos can pick up on is please, please, please start coaching your folks at 2.5. One of the big things that are going to be coming up in my advertising schemes that I'm working on is I'm going to be talking about, I don't care what you pay me in commission, pay the other person 2.5. Doesn't matter to me. I cap out anyway. Right now I'm making 100% on after. Not on this next one. This next one sets me over the top. But after that, every other listing up until the end of March, I get 100% of. Creates a big tax problem for 2024. But I don't have to worry about that until 2025. So that's all good. So that's your market breakdown for this week. 13 minutes. Sorry it took a little bit too long, but I needed to cover all of it. There's the math. There's the breakdown. You can rewind. Go back and rewatch to learn more. You have any questions about Windsor real estate, you have any questions about Windsor estate cleanout, you have any questions about the things that I do, the wheelhouses that I operate in, which is group benefits, real estate, helping senior citizens, those are the areas that I've been so crazy busy with. Revenue is up 14% for the year, again this year. Thanks to Trevor, he's making me look good in my other hobby/business. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. bprice4567@gmail.com, bprice4567@gmail.com, or 519-995-6145, 519-995-6145. Would love to help you list and sell your house. Have a great day. Bye-bye.